Do you know what fashion's gray market is? Are you into designer and luxury wear? You probably should. You know about the black market already, of course, for illegal and counterfeit goods. You can find these on the corner of the street in New York on Canal, and you can find them online at so many sites, from Shein, AliExpress, and even more reputable dupes, and replicas that will actually cost you a tenth of the price of retail goods from luxury designers. However, there's a market for the real thing, and it's up to 90% off. Let's find out the secrets of the gray market and dive into it. I'm Lar, I'm a New York City wardrobe stylist and fashion model, and if you like luxury fashion and want to dress in designer head to toe, but don't really love the price tags, or if you're into archive fashion and you want to learn more about designs, where they come from, and curating your own closet with finding your own style tips, you're going to want to be friends with me. I'm exposing the fashion industry's backstage, places where the industry people see every day, but outside of the industry, we don't really talk about it. Let's get into it. Firstly, the gray market, I do want to clarify, is authentic designer luxury goods. However, they're sold at a steep discount, anywhere from 15 to 90%, and it's not always late styles. These can include current styles, new releases, and the latest collections from designers. How can we discount them, and how are they making a profit? Let's find out. This gray market is also known as parallel importing, and a lot of the time it involves absolutely zero contact with the brands. It's not illegal, but it does take advantage of some taxation differences and small minor loopholes to allow it to bring you luxury goods at a discounted price and still make a profit in order to keep operating. A great example of this is this Rick Owens jacket that I have been dying for. I saw it in Saks in New York City on 5th Avenue, the original Saks, that's right, and I fell in love. However, the price tag was about $2,900, or also known as way out of my budget. I was looking for this coat and I thought, why not check the gray market? It's the latest collection, it's the newest season, but there's a chance. It turns out it was on the gray market and it was for $1,400. These have limited sizes, low stock usually, and it only includes a few sizes of random variations. You don't always get to pick and choose, but I was a beggar and beggars can't be choosers. But from $2,800 or $2,900 plus luxury goods taxes in the city to $1,400, that's almost $1,500 off. That's a steep discount. It's an authentic coat, and how could they possibly market this at this price? Well, it turns out they only had a few sample sizes in 38, 40, and 42, which in Rick Owens sizings is anywhere from a small to a large. If you're an extra large, I'm sorry, but you're out of luck. They don't have a 44, they don't stock it. A lot of the time, these luxury resellers that are selling straight from the brand with no contact to the brand get products from a country where they're on sale or not in demand or overstocked, or even where they have just a lower tax rate, and then they take them to countries that have a higher tax rate and basically just import them. Anyone who has shopped luxury, especially internationally, knows for a fact that taxation can really be a make or break on a product. There's no secret that shopping at, say, Hermes or Chanel in France is much different than shopping it in China or shopping it in the United States mainland. Every store will have a different price, and if you search an item online at Saks or Nordstrom, and if you search the gray market sites like Satire, you'll see very rapidly that the prices are extremely staggering. These companies take advantage of this disparity and take them from a lower cost area and cutting the middle in between where I would be in a higher cost area, but think it's a discount in order to get it at a medium price. So the company is still making a profit, but all they're doing is just moving the goods around. If you do this in bulk for the same sort of sizes that you can get, this is a really great marketing strategy. Is it legal though? Luxury companies that used to take a blind eye suddenly are paying a little bit more attention. This used to bolster their reports, and who doesn't like a little bit better numbers? However, now it's becoming out of control. In fact, the gray market accounted for up to 8% of luxury goods sales. That's a pretty big number for something that's not even really sanctioned. Sites like Satire, Yoox, and Farfetch are notorious gray market platforms, and I find myself shopping them fairly often. These platforms are expanding so rapidly and grew extravagantly during the pandemic, so now these sites like Farfetch, Yoox, and Satire, you can't keep a handle on them, and it's more difficult to control this market that's rapidly ballooning. In fact, it's raised questions about, is this a viable business option long term? This is not a new strategy, it's essentially luxury dropshipping. However, it's a new application of it, and the public's really starting to take notice. Back to the question of, is this legal? It's not illegal. It more takes advantage of loopholes and different taxation requirements in order to bring the product in demand to the consumer and take a commission on that dropshipping sale. This isn't exactly above ground, but it's also not illegal. However, it is difficult to ignore the fact that sites like Setar have actually blocked their web traffic in some parts of the world. Is this an attempt to avoid the brand's eyes falling on them, or is this just a location prioritization attempt? We're not sure, and we wouldn't be able to speak for that without being in their boardrooms. However, it has raised a bit of suspicion with some luxury retailers. On the topic of luxury retailers, you might be wondering, why don't big name stores do this? Why isn't this a widespread practice? The reason it's a gray market and not just the market is because they risk their relationship with the brand and the designers that they do stock in their stores, and if stores like Nordstrom started doing this, it would be undercutting the brands. You can't really have a great relationship with someone if you're not communicating with them, and if you're doing some slightly shady tactics on the side. But smaller sites and smaller platforms can really turn a pretty penny from it. More and more shoppers are actually turning an eye to these brands on these sites where they wouldn't usually look, because many luxury sites in the last year or two have raised even 15% of cost a year. Interestingly, I was just in a webinar on this today, and very important people were talking how the industry market has ballooned even 10% of cost on average for luxury brands and designers, but the average luxury customer didn't even bat an eye last year. However, we definitely bat an eye when Chanel rose prices by 15% year over year. And that begs the question, what is our limit? Where does it end? What price point and expansion rate will we suddenly say, that's a bit much for me? Are we reaching that point? I'm not sure. And I think that definitely depends on your personal budget and whether or not you're shopping specifically niche archive pieces or you're a regular luxury shopper, and of course, your tax bracket. But that brings it all back to it. Taxes. How can a gray market exist? It's just exploiting tax loopholes. So if you see something on these sites and it is marked down, a lot of the times on Farfetch, for example, it is authentic. And it's up to you whether you want to make that choice and purchase from the gray market, but I would definitely say it's better than counterfeit black market purchases. What do you think? Would you shop on these sites? Have you shopped on these sites? Would you like to see a video next time on what I've gotten from the gray market sites and what I paid for it versus the retail price? Let me know. I would love to hear your comments and any ideas that you have or what you want to know about the fashion industry. Drop me a comment, drop me an email, and shoot me a line. Bye!